Hi, this is Ralf Klebesmann from Migro, and I'm presenting kash.py and how to make your data scientists love real time. Actually, we're changing program a little bit. This talk is about Cfei, which is actually the successor to kash.py, which I presented at Kafka Summit London this year. Cfei means, or it stands for Kafka and files. And it basically tries to bridge the gap between Kafka and files. It's an open source library for Python, and what's important is that it's not a library for complex stream processing like the ones mentioned here. What it is, it's actually a super useful Swiss Army knife to overcome all kinds of real-life Kafka challenges. And you might ask, what are these real-life Kafka challenges? I mean, let's go a bit deeper into that. Imagine a typical real-time data pipeline, which has been inspired by the late Forecast AI, so my previous company. And what are we doing here? We're actually taking tweets from Twitter. We write these tweets to Kafka from the Twitter streaming API. We score the tweets using Hugging Face, for example, models from Hugging Face, and then put back the score tweets to another Kafka topic and then can make it queryable, for example, in Pinot. In this talk, we just focus on the middle part, which is interesting enough. We just score tweets. We take raw tweets, score them, and write them back to another topic, which contains the score tweets. And that should be easy enough, but it's not. There's always like these tiny little challenges lurking behind the surface, and that's exactly what Cfei tries to solve. Solve all these real-time, real-life Kafka challenges. The first real-life Kafka challenge is to get example data. And example data isn't always available easily. In this case, it's on Amazon S3 in a bucket there, and it's actually a Parquet file. So how do we bring this Parquet file from S3 to Kafka with the added problem that we can't directly take it and read it and take it and write it to Kafka, but we have to take a REST proxy in between. How does it work in Cfei? So what we can do is we just connect to S3 here. We connect to the REST proxy, and with a one-liner, which says from file, we just take the Parquet file, write it to Kafka in the topic called scrape.json. So let's do that. And at the same time, have a look at the topic. And you can see the messages coming in. And that's actually the data from this Parquet file. Right. So, and you can see, for example, if you look at this one, that the name of the source is still called Twitter, which will be our next challenge, which is to fix the example data, because our boss doesn't want to have Twitter in it. He wants to have the real name now, which is X, right? So with Cfei, this is extremely easy to do. What you can do is you can clone the Kafka topic to your local disk. You can edit it in Visual Studio Code, for example, and then you can write it back to Kafka. And that's what we're doing now. So what we do here is we copy the topic scrape.json to a local topic, also called scrape.json. Let's do that. And then let's have a look at our local disk, which includes this local topic now, with still Twitter here in the name of the source, and we'll just change that in a text editor, right? Because otherwise on Kafka we can't change it directly, we have to do that outside of Kafka. So now we have changed all 1000 messages, and now it's X instead of Twitter. We go back and simply copy this local topic back to a new recreated topic on Kafka. Let's do that. And have a look on the topic again. And you can see That's the new topic which has name X instead of Twitter. So, okay, next challenge solved. Challenge 3 is actually the core challenge of this entire data pipeline, which is to score the tweets. And that works with Cfei as well, because it's very simple stream processing. And what we have to do now is simply to take a message, and that's this function here, take a message from a source Kafka topic, then get a sentiment index or a fear index in this case, that's called fear index here, and write back, or return in this case, the augmented message and write it back to another Kafka topic. And with Cfei, that's basically also a one-liner, essentially. So essentially, we take this source topic, that's the target topic, that's the map function which we have seen here, and we can also, by the way, just simply convert JSON to protobuf with that schema. So let's just run this sentiment analysis piece of code. Let's see. In a few seconds, we'll have a new topic coming up here. That's here finally. And yeah, we can see that. In this topic, we get the scored tweets, right? So this is the new fields, which also includes a sentiment score. Great. That's done. The last thing we have to do, the last Kafka challenge we have to solve is to show the score tweets in Excel. So our boss wants to see the score tweets in Excel, so he can make some sense of it and see whether it makes sense at all. And not just on a local file system, but it needs to be in Excel on Azure Blob Storage. So let's do that. We just, again, use a one-liner here. Which basically says, okay, I want to take that topic, which is the protobuf topic with the score tweets, write that to Azure Blob Storage in the file, in an Excel file scored, and I want to take only the first 20 messages so that I don't overwhelm my boss. And the result will appear here in Azure Blob Storage. That's it. Let's have a look at how the file looks like. Right, so we've done all of our challenges, we've solved them all, and just to conclude now, Cfei gives you Swiss Army knife support for not just Kafka and REST proxy protocols, but also for your local file system, S3, Azure Blob Storage, for all the schema languages which you need in Kafka, for pandas data frames, and through pandas, all kinds of data formats like Excel and Parquet. Just to give you a last demo of the pandas capabilities, we could have just taken the scored topic and convert it into a data frame. So that's this call here, which gives me a data frame from a topic. And then we print out the first 3 lines, rows. So that's that. So that's that. Thank you. And have a look at my GitHub page with Cfei and have a lot of fun with it. Thank you.